You run Nmap and it says a host is dead. You move on. Big mistake. There's a whole class of hosts that look dead to SYN scans, but are very much alive if you know how to talk to them. Today, I'm introducing NSLAP, the tool that finds machines that Nmap missed. Most port scanners assume a one-size-fits-all, a SYN, an ACK, a reset, rinse and repeat. That catches the most obvious targets, but modern networks, they hide behind application proxies, stateful firewalls, NATs, and other deliberate weirdness. Those defenses will happily drop or even fake a SYN reply. The host is probably alive and the scanner is definitely fooled. NSLAP's promise is simple. If a host is alive and speaks a real protocol, NSLAP will find it, even when Nmap fails to do so. Now, I have to say, this isn't a knock on Nmap. I love it, and I use it daily, literally every day. Let me explain to you the 3 reasons why Nmap misses things and how NSLAP fixes each one of those. Reason 1. Middlebox and stateful firewalls. Some firewalls only allow traffic that looks like a full application handshake. A lone SYN therefore gets dropped, but send a quick initial packet or a stun binding or a TLS ClientHello, and the box often will forward it to the real service, which then will reply. NSLAP uses protocol accurate carriers, and they get past those middle boxes. Reason 2. Port-based assumptions. Port-based assumptions are really lazy. Nmap sees port 853 and tags it as open or closed. NSLAP asks, does this port actually speak, say, DOT? So we'll send a TLS ClientHello with a ALPN equals dot. And if the server answers with the server hello, then it's dot. If it's silent, it's not. Simple and accurate. Reason 3. UDP and non-TCP services. Many discovery tools favor TCP. Now, I know Nmap can do UDP, but we're talking about a slightly different thing here. But UDP services such as stun and QUIC over UDP, mDNS, for example, SSDP, they often get ignored or worse, misclassified. NSLAP crafts compliant UDP requests, along with magic cookies, transaction IDs, minimum sizes where needed, etc. And it listens for those protocol replies. That's how you find hosts that TCP-only scans miss. In short, NSLAP doesn't ask, is anything listening? It asks, is this host actually speaking a protocol I can verify? And that changing question changes everything. Okay, time for a quick demonstration. NSLAP uses tests that are written in a YAML format, and they're held in a separate folder. I've included a couple of these to get you going, but do feel free to make your own and share those with others, and with me. Here are all the tests that it ships with today, and you can use tags within those YAML files to run specific tests too. Right, now let's run it against some random IPs that I have permission to test against. And yes, it does need root privileges to run these scans. Now, here's the output. Now granted, the output isn't easy to read, but it is part of my toolchain. So output is for computers to pass, not for humans. Feel free to send me any improvements that you've got. So here in the results, here where you see a 1, that's a test that worked, and they are always correct. No false positives here. How NSLAP avoids false positives. Now, I just said that NSLAP avoids false positives. Now, how does that work? Well, we only call a host speaking LDAP, as it were, if it sends a bind response. And we only label DOT after it sends a server hello that negotiates ALP equals dot, for example. And if we get a generic TCP accept but no protocol handshake, we keep probing with other carriers instead of just declaring success. This is not about hope. This is about proof. So who benefits from this? Well, everyone does, right? Red teamers, you find stealthy footholds and correctly prioritize targets. That's important. You have less noise, but more precise exploitation. Blue teams, you verify what services are actually exposed. You detect shadow services and misconfigurations before an attacker can. And researchers and bug bounty hunters, you get provable evidence of protocol misbehavior or exposure. There's no more maybe in your write-ups. Safety and stealth considerations. NSLAP is a surgical tool, not a shotgun. That means it reduces noisy logs and collateral alarms. But remember, using protocol accurate probes will be invasive, so follow legal and ethical rules. Use it on your own assets or those that you have explicit permission to test. Performance and practicalities. NSLAP isn't a replacement for a full-scale network scan. It is a complement. Use it when Nmap says dead or when you need a protocol level verification. It favors quality over quantity, fewer packets, richer content. And that means it is slower by design, but you get more actionable results. Configurable carriers and timeouts let you trade speed for stealth or thoroughness, depending on what you need. Here's a pro tip from me: chain NSLAP. That's what it's meant to do. So feed it your dead list and you'll be amazed at how many hosts come back to life. So if you're tired of tools that lie by omission, try NSLAP the next time Nmap calls a host dead. If you like this video or this tool, then please like and subscribe for more content. It really does help the channel. And leave a comment below. I try and respond to every single comment I get.